to OnyxEarth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another 18 plus pick a card reading. The layout's a bit different because I do not have crystals right now because I just did not feel like picking crystals. So I thought it would be fun if I kind of created the thumbnail live. Like, obviously I'm not going to take you through the whole process, but if I select the cards that you're going to choose in the thumbnail, I think that'll be fun. You'll get to see how they happen live. So at this point, you've clicked on the reading, so you know that it's kind of titled surrounding like a sexual drought. I saw a couple of you in the comments of the last 18 plus reading saying like, oh, you know, I have to wait, or it's been a while, or I can't even get like a sexual reading because it's been that long. But we're going to do a reading specifically for you guys because I love that in the comments when you engage in everything, because it helps the creative juices flow, and it gives me ideas for reading. So because of that, talking in the comments and whatnot, we have a reading that was not on a poll, but I do think you'll enjoy it. So how you'll end your sexual drought. We're going to try to see what's leading up to it and how it'll go. But first, let's see. Okay, let's get something to select. I'm using this astrology based deck. So pile one, how will you or should you end your sexual drought? Pile one, I need one. For pile one, that's three, not one. So many. You got so much energy if you're picking pile one. Neptune. Ooh. So pile one is going to be Neptune, dream and transcend. Pile two. What is going to be the energy of pile two? How will the people selecting pile two in their sexual drought? That's interesting, and I'm curious to see how this is going to go. House 5 in reverse. And pile 3, how are you going to end your sexual drought, and how is it going to go? What's going to lead up to it? Pile 3. Aries. So we got pile 1, Neptune, pile 2, house 5 in reverse, and pile 3, which is Aries. I'll give you a moment to select your pile, and if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, if you selected this Neptune card, then this is your reading. I'm not playing around. I'm going to hop right into the sexual oracle decks, and then I have a tarot deck and a couple of other decks that I may get to. But I want to see what this Neptune energy is. It's all about dreams and fantasies and illusions, and possibly because of that Pisces energy, with that illusion, could be like some drinking, some drugs kind of happening. And a card just threw itself at me, and I have two. I'm wondering if I want these other two, but I said what's I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because it's here for a reason. So you have number 2, longing and desire. So I wanted to know what all of that fantasy-based energy was, and then I got longing and desire. So that lets me know that it makes sense, because this is a reading about you being in a drought, right? So it's been a while. It kind of looks like there's not kind of a situation coming in sight for you, which is why you have all this longing and desire. But I promise you, we're gonna figure out where this, like, what you can do to switch that energy around. Because right now it seems like you're kind of in your head, like you might be watching porn, like you might be like looking at pictures of people that you're interested in sexually, but it's not feeling like you, pile one. is really like, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything to put yourself in a position to really end this drought. So let me see what these other cards are. I like this energy, and I like what it means. Now, we may be able to get more sexual energy, but right now, this is an important message. You have a confirmation from Spirit that this drought was kind of necessary for you. I know this is an 18 plus reading and we want to get into the gritty, but this is an important message because you've got number 2, longing and desire. The cards I was hesitant about, you've got 4, ideal romance. And I did shuffle multiple times this deck, and it's not the first time that I've used it. And then you have number 8, loving yourself. So skipping, like it's steps, right? 2, 4, 6 is missing, but you have 8. And it's a beautiful energy. It talks about, and at the bottom you have sweet surrender, but I'm not going to place it there. I'm going to leave space for my other cards. It just talks about the fact that you've been in your head and, really focusing on loving yourself and making sure that when you engage sexually that you're doing it for the right reasons. And this is very, very relevant to how you're going to end the sexual drought, because at the bottom, and I keep saying, you know what, I might just put it down there if I'm going to keep referencing it, but sweet surrender, it talks about having sex from a place of pleasure for you, right? Not because you're trying to please somebody else, not because you feel you should just be having sex from a social perspective. You're going to be having sex because you want to, with who you want to, right? With ideal romance, because I see that you're kind of, if you've previously been in a situation where you've been having sex casually, it's not hitting like it used to, and that's why you've been in this drought. You kind of pulled back, kind of evaluated to see, like, I'm not really interested in this casual sex, or even if it's not casual, maybe you've dated people, you've been having sex with people that you're sexually incompatible with, and you're like, no, I'm desiring something much more intense, right? 12th house energy, like something like an ideal romance. Like, honestly, from the deck that's laid out, I see with loving yourself, you'd much rather masturbate than just be having sex with somebody that's not doing it right. So I'm seeing that's why the drought came about. Now, with sweet surrender, it's surrendering to that drought, but it's also surrendering to, okay, you want an ideal romance, let's get it. So I'm going to pull from, let's see what the Sex Answers Oracle deck has to say about this drought and how it's going to end. I didn't expect this message to be the message that came out, but as I'm shuffling, I do see that in you longing for more and fantasizing for more, you're actually seeking more. And I do see you ending your sexual drought in that way. You don't seem like you're settling, Power One. It feels like it's going to be something you've been longing for, something you've been desiring. Like the next time you have sex, it's going to be that ideal romance, because you'll be in a space of loving yourself and you're not going to surrender to any sexual encounter other than one that respects you and puts your pleasures as a priority. Like, that's the only way you're down for it, right? So let's see how one. Okay, that's cute. Okay, dress sexy for me. I've never seen this card. I love it though, because it's showing me that it's giving date night. So you're gonna end your drought with, like, it's gonna be a whole event, right? Like, it's gonna be get dressed up, put your good clothes on, go somewhere nice. And when I say nice, I don't necessarily mean fancy. I just mean like somewhere fun, somewhere that you and this person will enjoy. It's gonna be a nice date. It might just simply be like an outdoor like late night picnic or something like that. It could be any of those things, but it's gonna be sweet with ideal romance and dress sexy for me. And by the way, the person that you're gonna end your sexual drought with, the way that these cards fell, I'm treating Neptune separate because it was the one that was selected, but with dress sexy for me on top of longing and desire, it feels like someone that kind of I don't want to say is obsessed with you, but it's kind of very fixated on having sex with you. It's like a build up. So by the time you have sex with this person, they're gonna be so like thirsty for you that they're gonna do their best to please you, because it's like you're gonna make them wait for it. I'm getting. Okay. Let me see what else I can get. Get creative with me. Yeah, this person's gonna really have to apply effort, right? And again, with that banana there, obviously that is a sexual innuendo, but like it's showing that it may be dinner, like we talked about, since that is a food item, or maybe you or that person is the dinner. Could be both, right? But it's definitely, like I said, this is going to be a person that applies effort in pleasing you, not just sexually, but impressing you prior to sex. So I'm getting a nice creative date feel. So that's really good for you, Power One. As we talk about ending your sexual drought, like you're gonna feel comfortable enough, like you're gonna be like, this is the setting I'm ready to end it with. That's what it's gonna be like with you, Power One. Yeah. Let me see what else I can get. One more. I want to make you scream. So yeah, definitely. It's gonna be like a date, and then eventually it's gonna go. After the date, I'm feeling like it's gonna be. The reason why I'm hesitating is this is a creative date. I'm feeling like the energy surrounding this pile, it just feels private. I don't know why Sweet Surrender is giving private. So we've got Dress Sexy for me, Get Creative with me, Want to Make You Scream. And I do feel like it's a date night energy surrounding how you're ending it, but it feels private. So I don't know, like I said, maybe it is like a picnic under the stars type of vibe. Maybe it's something like that, but it's not feeling like going out around a lot of people. Okay. Well, and if you're watching this in real time, that makes sense. It makes sense given how the world is, that even if you're dating, it wouldn't be in super populated places, but it's not giving like a public date. It's giving something very personal, very private, yet creative. Okay. So at the bottom, we have There's Someone Else. And this is very interesting for me because, and I almost didn't take the bottom. I almost didn't, but I realized that I wanted to. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, it feels like you're going to have more than one suitor, because this is energy surrounding you, right? How you're going to end your sexual drought. Now, some of you, it means that there's going to be a bit of a threesome situation going on, if that's what you're down for, if that's what you want. But majority of you kind of, I don't want to say you have like you have an energy about you that someone that has sex casually would consider stuck up. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Not that you are, not that you think you're better than people, but it's like you seem to have developed, if you hadn't always had, kind of, strict criteria surrounding sex and who you're having sex with. And that There's Someone Else card is kind of making me feel like you have multiple suitors, as in like this person's kind of stepping it up. Like this is the person that you went on a date with or whatever, but I'm feeling like when the drought ends, you'll have dated multiple people, right? You won't have had sex with these people, but you'll have dated multiple people when you make the decision of who is worthy, quote unquote, of having sex with you. So that's interesting, and that's very interesting. So let me see what this erotic sex oracle deck is. But I'm definitely seeing that at the point in which you let me stop shuffling this one because I want to finish reading these cards. Honestly, that There's Someone Else energy, like it feels like some kind of like you may end up playing mind games with the person you eventually have sex with, pile one. I'm not judging. I think it's funny from a reader's perspective. It's not my business to judge you, but it's like you kind of played some mind games with this person to like maybe teasing them, right? Like with the dress sexy for me, because creating that longing and desire, like that there's someone else, is like you're treating them like you're not that interested. And I feel like part of the build up to the sex is, and maybe not in the same day, but for a certain period, it's gonna be them feeling like there's somebody else. Like they're kind of jealous because you're talking to somebody else, or you're dating somebody else, or you're just interacting with somebody else on a level that they don't care for whoever this person is. And I haven't pulled any tarot, so I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. We're just talking about the experience, right? The sexual experience. But this is a person that is super jealous, and now they're out like on a mission to prove themselves to you, right? Like it's like a want to make you scream. They're getting super creative, like not only you getting dressed up for them, but making sure that they look their best for you, you know, like surrendering to you completely, making sure that you know that they're all in, because they're super bothered by that the potential of competition as it relates to having you. Definitely. So let's see with this other deck. Somebody may have a foot fetish with those shoes. Definitely. Some oral, I see. Let's see with this. And I just dropped the deck, and that was completely me. Just not handling the deck appropriately. And this is, wait, y'all, this is so crazy. Let me pick this up and show you. I may take it and take more cards, but when I picked it up just now, it does say obsession, but I do want to take more cards. This fell just like this on the floor. So we've got there's someone else here, and sweet surrender. And then, I mean, I thought I was just dropping cards all over the place, but these cards wanted to come out in that way. That was chaotic, I guess. But you have other lovers. You have surrender. So you've got other lovers and surrender twice. So it's doubling down on that. Now, some of you, it is a play on like maybe a group setting, like the threesome. If that's you, then you know. A little bit of bondage with the surrender. You know, if that's you, then you know. But I don't feel like pile one, you're not giving that adventurous. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's nothing wrong with not being that adventurous, but your energy is not giving me that. So I'm feeling like you're on the prowl, and like you're in a sexual drought, and you're tired of being in the drought. So you're like, let me go outside and date around a little bit to find somebody that I can connect with, right? That ideal romance, so that I don't have to be pleasuring myself anymore. That's what I feel like happened to pile one around the time when this drought ends. And like I said, you're dating, and the one that wins is like, oh no, you can't be out here talking to everybody. Like they're not having it. So I don't think it's fair to place that like that. I think it fell like that, so I'm going to leave it the way that it fell. And then I'm going to pull two more and take the bottom. But that's interesting that those cards came out. But the person that you end up having sex with next that's going to end that drought is not playing, okay? They are not. Like, the fact that it fell like that with other lovers being clarified, I think, by surrender like that, and you already have two cards with that energy on the table, they are not. Like, they're ready to lock you down. And when they have sex with you, it's going to be like they're conquering you. It's not a game. So this is how expectations fell. So I'm going to place it here because I don't want to disrupt the flow of it, because I feel like that image was meant to be upright. It is giving bondage. You've got blindfold, you've got like the choker around her neck. This person may gift you something, or you may naturally wear like a certain choker or necklace around your neck that person finds really attractive and like may cling to during sex. But this person that you're gonna have sex with is something. Like, they are not. An obsession came back up. Okay? It came back up. So, listen, this person is not playing. And look at that. Sacred sex. That's how this person's trying to have you at the point in which you end your drought. I can see why you did it, because it's like there's going to be a lot of passion surrounding your experience with this person. I want to slide all of this over into the frame a little more. Bear with me. Okay. So, yeah, this person you're going to have sex with is something like very passionate energy. It's like it makes you short of breath. Like I kind of like I just had a deep sigh, because it's a lot. Not in a bad way. It's everything you've been wanting. Like, you wanted an ideal romance. You wanted somebody that you could long for, someone you could deeply desire, right? And before you surrender. And this person's goal is that word surrender. I wouldn't be surprised if you'll kind of know, like, this person's gonna have conversations with you as you're dating, or courting, whatever, just talking, right? As you're talking about like surrendering, especially if you like talk dirty to one another prior to sex, you'll know that this is the person you're going to end up ending your drought with before you even have those sexual feelings, because they'll have that energy of wanting you to surrender and such, because you've got 2 cards of that word, so that's completely relevant. Okay, let me get some tarot to see how you're going to end your sexual drought. I feel like the oracle cards were really descriptive, but still, let's see. This is the 6 of Swords reverse. So, okay, so if you're going to be dating multiple people, this may end before you realize that this is the person that I feel like you're going to be iffy about this person, Pile 1. Like, it's going to be a bit iffy. It's going to be a bit iffy before you realize that this is a person you're interested in sexually, because like you may have a date or two where it's like, I don't know, or a conversation where you're like, not sure, because you've got that 6 of Swords reverse, which is like, upright, it would be moving on. And because it's in reverse, it's making me feel like a circling back, or like they realize you're trying to, write them off quickly, and they're like, just give me another chance. Like, that's probably all of this energy of trying to impress you that came out very early on in a reading, because it's like, no, don't leave. I have something to show you. That's the energy of this person. So let's see if I can get 2 more cards in the overview to describe this person. Like, you kind of got a little flighty. And this person's like, no, just calm down, right? Manage your expectations. You want too much too soon kind of energy. The Tower. Okay. Yeah, you don't have any patience. At the bottom, you have the Empress. And then I'll pull one more, and then I'll take the bottom. Okay. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. It could be a bit, I don't want to say selfish. It's not that you're selfish. It's just a bit, kind of thinking of dating from what you want and not really considering the other person and what they have to offer fully. So yeah, it's giving me that you're gonna be like, I don't know, as it relates to this person. And then like they're obviously chasing, and then some kind of chaotic way. And I say chaotic because you have the 5 of Wands along with, my phone's ringing. Let me decline the call. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe they call, somebody's going to, maybe he's like he, she, they're going to call and you're going to decline and you're going to reject, whatever. But it's giving a chaotic energy of the Tower and the Five of Wands, right? Like leading into that Nine of Cups, which is like, okay, this is what I want. I'm not really budging. I'd rather be alone than to settle. Yeah, so that's the energy surrounding this person and you ending up having sex. So maybe it is that game, that energy of dating around, making them jealous. Maybe they make you a little jealous and whatnot. I'm interested to see what else I can get, because the cards did not clarify at all. I feel like it just made, if anything, the cards added confusion to the pile. Like the cards were like, no, this isn't the person you wanted to have sex with at first, but then something crazy happened and then you did. That's what the tarot cards say. So I don't know what you got going on, pile one, but let's pull from this here oracle deck and see how you're going to end your sexual drought. Okay. So you got the Forest. You've got abundance, hidden wealth, transformation, growth. So if it feels like this is a person that you didn't necessarily want to like. You know what I mean? Like this isn't somebody you wanted to like. This is somebody that ooh. Okay, pile one, I see you. And I have a card in my hand. This is somebody, okay, so if you used to do the casual thing, right? Or if you, Neptune energy, fantasize about the casual thing, this is someone you would do the casual thing with, not somebody you would have sex with that all of that romantic energy that you were looking for at the beginning of the pile. Well, because you're not really interested in a casual thing anymore, you didn't really want to be attracted to this person, even though this is the type you're naturally attracted to. So I feel some of you in this pile are sexually attracted to one personality and then romantically attracted to a different one. And because of that, this person is the one that you don't want any romantic affiliation with. I don't know. Maybe they're chaotic. Maybe that's why there's a Five of Wands in the Tower. Like you already know what time it is. And you don't want anything to do with that. But, you know, the card that just came out, show you off, proud, trophy wife, accomplishment status, no gender, just energy. It's like this person's kind of wanting that romantic thing, and they're showing potential, but you're kind of iffy, and you're like, I don't trust it. So you're not really like, you're like, let me just date around and find somebody that's in that energy that I know can be trusted. And that's with all of this other lover's energy. And that also talks about them and the energy you're going to project onto this person prior to having sex with them. Like this person's all over the streets, even if they may not be. They may not be. So look at you, pile one, all of your business coming out. One more and I'll take the bottom. Yeah, this is somebody that you're going to be real judgmental about. Look at that. Energy, vampire, draining, lust, darkness, low vibration. Now, I don't believe that this is this person. I believe that this is what you're going to project onto this person, because when we looked at all of the cards and the sexual energy, it was beautiful energy. It was nice energy. The only thing that was slightly toxic was the kind of claim they wanted to stake on you, like that little obsessive energy where they're like conquering you and trying to pin you down. But again, that was stemming from jealousy and you not like you kind of dating around while talking to them because you were trying to explore or will be trying to explore, you know, the options, because you're not really you don't take this person seriously, even though you would like to, right? Secret admirer, crush, stranger love, daydreaming, surprises. So another daydreaming energy mirroring that Neptune. So yeah, this is a person that may watch you for a little while before they engage. This is a person that You may watch a little while before they or you engage, but something about this person, you don't trust it. At least for a little bit, because eventually you're going to end your sexual drought with them. So something's going to give. So, like, honestly, I think this person's just going to, it's going to take a little bit of time. This person's going to earn your trust, right? Because you're going to go from this hidden energy to public energy, right? Hidden to public. But yeah, something about that vampire energy, you're just really not trusting it. You're not trusting it, but I promise you it's going to be okay, because all of that energy we got, it was good. And I have a feeling you have you like that slightly toxic energy, okay? You do. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be really good. Let me pull from this Moonology deck and see what else I can get to wrap it up. Did I have other cards? The thing about it is, I don't even think I grabbed any like love-based cards. So this was all about like you getting busy with this person. Yeah, with that Tower and the Five of Wands, I'm feeling like sex with this person may actually happen with a bang. Like, I don't believe that it's going to be planned. Like, the setting in which it happens, that's probably why it feels so private and not in public, like the date, because it's probably a situation where it's a private conversation of like, what are we doing? Why are you like this to one another? Not you or them, but just a conversation of like, I have deeper feelings for you than you think I do with secret admirer, right? Like, are you gonna keep hiding me? Like, show you off? Like, what are we as a relationship kind of energy? Because it went from really sweet to kind of scandalous, right? But not bad. I mean, the reality is, pile one, you feel extremely single, and do you? It's just that there is a very specific person that's going to end that sexual drought, and that's going to be very, very passionate. I'll give you that. It's going to be passionate. Exactly. Sagittarius energy. Look at the bigger picture. That is you being encouraged to not block your own blessing, not to cock block yourself. Regardless, again, it's not gender specific. It's just a phrase we use. But, like, don't do it to yourself by being that way with this person. Because I kind of see traces of you potentially getting in your own way and extending your drought when it doesn't have to. Okay, you have a win-win outcome as forecast, full moon in Libra. I love this for you too, because it's showing that this is a person that is sexually compatible with you. They're gonna please you, you're gonna please them. No one's gonna feel like they got gypped. Okay, so let me see what else I see. Yeah, no, I mean, it's 12th house. It's 12th house, right? With that Neptune, that Pisces, it's 12th house themes. Y'all might have 12th house synastry. It's probably why you have this forest card that is ultimate Neptune 12th house energy. So it may be like keeping each other on the low, and maybe this isn't even a person you're dating. That's probably why I got the dress sexy and all of that effort. I feel like this person's going, like, if there is a public outing, it's going to be because this person knows that, like, you've already been out and about with other people. Like, you may kind of talk to this person on the low, or this may, prior to your drought, be somebody's gonna revisit something. Some of you that were casually having a thing prior to the drought, this is a person that's like, you weren't out in public with me. Y'all are funny. Or a person that you kind of talk to that they're like, you haven't been on a date with me. Like, you don't go out and be seen with me. What's wrong with me? And like, that's why there's this wanting to impress you if there is a public outing. Otherwise, it's going to be get dressed up, have a nice dinner and bang, right? So I'm going to wrap it up here. I don't have anything else for you, Pile One. Don't block your blessing. Hopefully this resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, pile 2, if you selected house 5 in reverse, you're incredibly brave, because I don't know anybody that would have selected house 5 in reverse consciously. But there's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's just unless you're self-aware enough to know that this card feels like, okay, because upright it is passion, play, children, confidence, creativity. In reverse, it is all work, no play. It's house 5 is the house of pleasures, it's the house of joy. Now it is also the house of children, so that could also mean I don't want not one baby. That's what that could mean. So some of you, that's why you picked it. You're like, oh no, I definitely don't want children right now, and that's why you picked the house 5 in reverse. If you were conscious and have enough understanding of astrology to do that, or subconsciously you recognize that that was the card of I'm not having kids right now, I'm not having another kid right now, I'm way too busy for sex right now, I have to focus on my job, my business. If that's your energy, this is your confirmation that you selected the right card, because unless you made that conscious decision just because you like the card. But anyway, we will and 5 may be a relevant number for you, because I did cleanse these decks after I finished with pile 1, and I reshuffled and I mixed them all up and I placed them very nicely in their place so that I could start the reading fresh. Well, at the bottom you have the game of love, number 5. So heavy emphasis on games. So games may be very relevant to your life with that house 5, because that card actually does rule like games and such, because it's the house of joy, of fun, and things like that. So with this card already being at the bottom prior to me shuffling to pull, games are very, very relevant. And if they're not relevant to your life, if they don't have any personal meaning to you, then it means that you need to play some games. Not games of love, or maybe date around, but games as in have fun, go on some adventures, explore life, okay? So as I did in pile 1, I'm just going to hop right into the sexual tarot decks. Then I am going to pull sexual oracle decks. If I said tarot, I feel like I said tarot. And then I have a tarot deck and a couple of other oracle based decks that I'm going to look at. So I have number 12. I'm going to slide this back. Joy and jubilation. It's all about fun. So fun, it seems to be a huge theme for you sexually as it relates to how you're in your drought, okay? Like allowing yourself fun is going to naturally put you in a position of having sex, okay? I promise, pile 2. You don't have to be serious all the time. You don't have to be serious all the time. So let me see if we can get 2 more cards. I will take the bottom. I got 1, Beyond Words 29. I feel like these numbers may be relevant. The fact that immediately as I opened the reading, we had 5 and 5. So I feel like that was to bring my attention to the numbers, because I don't always pay attention to the numbers on cards, especially like decks like this where I don't know the decks. So we had 2 5s, number 12, and number 29. So we've got joy and jubilation and beyond words. So beyond words is very interesting for me, because I'm already getting like an energy of like not knowing what to say to somebody, not knowing how to speak, not knowing how to respond. But I want to get more cards on how you're going to end your drought. How to... Number 24, standing alone. I feel like I got a similar place in pile 1. Not saying you wanted to pick pile 1, but I feel like it was a very lonely card in that same position. Okay, and then we've got number 14, seeking pleasure. So, pile 2, again, all work, no play, kind of not knowing how to have fun, right? Joy and jubilation, falling into, like leading into beyond words. It's like not even knowing where to start as it relates to how to end your sexual drought. Like you don't even know where to start. So like you're just kind of standing alone, even though you desperately would like to end the drought, right? You've got seeking pleasure at the bottom. So you're definitely wanting sex, definitely wanting sex. There's just a blockage, again, the fifth house in reverse, right? There's a blockage. You're not sure how to proceed, not sure what actions to take, what to do. So hopefully we get that in these cards, okay? Because I'm feeling like your energy is, okay, what do I do? How do I end the sexual drought? Like you've been isolated so long, standing alone, that you don't even know how to put yourself back out there to even have sex. So let's see. I'm gonna start with the Sex Answers Oracle, ironically enough. Maybe they'll give us some answers. I don't know if it's made to do that, but we will see. How you'll end your sexual drought. How to. Well, right away, need to be uninhibited, right? Don't be scared. Okay? Don't be scared. Definitely don't be scared. Let me see. I'm feeling like the ball's in your court, really. Like, it's always in your court. Like, we all have free will and we can do whatever we want as it relates to sex. But for you, it feels like you could have sex right now if you want it. You just aren't. I'm testing your limits. So right now, you're in a position where if you would just get out of your own confinement, you could be having sex. So, like, I don't feel like you have any stipulations surrounding sex like Pile 1 did. Pile 1 seemed to be looking for something very particular, very specific as it relates to sex. Oh, never mind. Okay, you have a person on your mind. You're the one I want. Gotcha. So you have opened the relationship. So Pile 2, you're the only person in your way as it relates to sex with this person. Now let me see if I can tap into that energy of them before I pull more cards. Open a relationship. I mean, like, I know that card traditionally means like opening it up to external parties, but I'm feeling like open a relationship means that there isn't one currently between you and this person. Obviously, you have a drought. If you were in a relationship, I don't believe you'd be celibate, even though you could be for religious purposes with that need to be uninhibited. But I'm not getting that for most of you. Some of you are celibate within a relationship due to religious reasons, and you're just gonna have to deal with that best you can until you reach the point in which you can engage with this person sexually or whatever the circumstances are. Now, open a relationship with beyond words, because that card really stood up to me. It's like there's some communication issues as it relates to having sex. Like, you're not having sex, you're not having fun because you're not communicating with people, not just people, but this person. Like, you're not dating, you're not engaging with your friends, you're not going out. Like, you just seem to be limiting yourself in terms of fun and joy in general. And that just kind of stems over to sex. Like, you can't have sex if you don't engage with people and go out and have fun, because that's those are the social settings you would meet people to have sex. But it's really bizarre because even in standing alone, you have "you're the one I want." So in your isolation, you seem to have found somebody that you're interested in having sex with. And I'm just intrigued because with seeking pleasure, it seems like you're very interested in having sex with this person. So let me see what the Erotic Sex Oracle deck has, because I want to see how you're going to end the sexual drought. I do see that this person, it's a bit like there's a bit of a flirty undertone, right? Like, there's a need to be uninhibited. I'm testing your limits. Like, when you see this person, if you see this person, like, there's a bit of flirtation, a little back and forth beyond words. Like, there's like an energy connecting you two. Like, you may like when you see each other, maybe a little eye contact, Like this is like, if this isn't a present energy, this is incoming, like how your sexual drought's gonna end, right? Like there's gonna be somebody that you're really interested in, that you're kind of, I don't want to say fixate on, but you're the one I want. Like you're going to be very sure that that's the person you want to be with to break your drought, right? With standing alone, you'd rather stay alone than be with somebody other than them. And like, again, testing the limits, feeling this person out, not knowing what to say, and them not knowing what to say to you, I'm assuming, because with testing your limits beyond words need to be uninhibited, it's like, it feels like mind games. It feels like, oh, like a little casual flirtation, like saying one thing and meaning another. Like, if you're on social media, like you might like somebody's post, like you might go like their post, they might go like your posts, you know what I mean? Things like that, without actually saying anything, stuff like that. So it's giving talking without talking, which is why I say, like, if you see this person around and they see you, like, it's kind of like an eye contact kind of a thing versus words. And that's the tension surrounding the connection, right? Until it finally opens up a space to communicate, right? But I do believe this is the person that's going to end up ending your sexual drought. And I've shuffled this and I stopped, and obsession keeps coming up. Not for all of the piles, even though it did come up in pile 1. For you, it's come up twice since I've begun shuffling this deck. So yeah, definitely like a lot of sexual tension surrounding the energy and the teasing and the eye contact and the like subliminal messaging. I don't know why that's a phrase, but that kind of thing. It's like a mind game. Like there's a mind game thing with you and this person right now, or around the time you end the sexual drought. And by the way, I don't know if I said it in pile 1, but I didn't want to like put you, okay, we got secret lover at the bottom. I didn't want to look out too far ahead. So this energy is present in near future energy. Like I'm not saying you're going to end your sexual drought in a year. Like I wasn't looking that far ahead. So when I say you're going to end it, I'm talking like few months tops, honestly, because I don't see the point of me looking that far out. So like even with pile 1, my intention was not over a year from now, you know? So let's see what the Erotic Sex Oracle has to say about how you're going to end your sexual drought, pile 2. So like, because I'm trying to see leading up to it. We've gotten leading up to it. So, you know, let's see how it's going to go, you know, and then I'll hopefully get more information on this person after. What's that jumping out? Yeah, surrender. So that came out in pile 1, which is funny. Right? It's like need to be uninhibited and surrendering to, like, I guess this connection. Because for you, it's a very specific person. Pile 1 had a specific person, but also had options. Pile 1 had options that they were exploring. Pile 2, you are very fixed on someone specific, and it feels like they're fixed on you too. But we're gonna see. They're definitely gonna. I mean, they're interested enough to end this drought, because why would they come up as leading up to, you know, getting busy if they weren't engaged as well? So let me see. Let me see more about this person for you, because I'm interested. Let me see. Making love. Oh, that's precious. There we go. Making love. So this is somebody you've got like a little heart energy with. Okay. Feelings are involved. And this card actually came on pile 1 as well. So maybe you wanted to pick it. I don't know. But sacred sex. Okay. And then at the bottom, you have entangled. It's like stuck. Stuck energy. Right? wrapped up into each other, really wrapped up into one another, you and this person. So that's sweet. All of your sexual oracle cards are not hypersexual. It's more of a love energy. It's an energy of needing to open up to somebody that you're trying to open up to. Like, it's an energy of you trying to open up to someone specific, like that you already have in mind to end the sexual drought, whether you already have them in mind now or you will in the near future when all of this happens, right? And at the bottom you do have Hermit, right? Remember we talked about how I cleanse these decks and shuffle them really well prior to shifting piles. So that Hermit energy with you is very, very strong. Okay, pile 2. But that's okay, because it's not going to be forever, because you got somebody already on the mind. Let's see. What's that? Queen of Pentacles. So the person you're thinking of is doing really well for themselves, right? Queen of Pentacles is, and it's not gender specific, it's just somebody that's really receptive to the material plane, somebody that's really reaping successes on that, on the material plane, like someone that has someone that has stuff, like all of their own stuff, probably a good job, owns their own business, things like that. So it feels like this person's just doing really well, and maybe that's what kind of has them what caught your attention, right? They kind of mirror you a little bit. Not the bottom, but you have the 6 of Cups, which is past energy. It is soulmate energy. So someone you kind of see yourself being with on a romantic level, truly, and someone that I don't want to say that there's a history, because it could be. Some of you it could be. Others of you it just feels like you've met this person before. You may have a lot in common. You may have a lot that, like I said, maybe a mirror effect. Like they may remind you a lot of yourself. I can see that you watch this person or they watch you a lot. Like it could be in person where you encounter each other, or it could be on social media, because we have that show energy where it's like the puppet show, right? So it's like someone putting on a show. So you may watch this person on the internet, or they watch you on the internet, or both. But yeah, this person really has your attention with that 6 of Cups in this deck, the way that it's portrayed. Like they have your full attention. And I'm telling you, it feels mirrored. It does. It feels mirrored. Especially since this is how we're ending that sexual drought for you. Okay? And you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. At the bottom, the 10 of Wands. So, let me see. I can slide this here. So, very strong earth energy with the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Could be you, earth sign. Could be them, earth sign. But, yeah, I mean, that Page of Pentacles, I'm going to tell you, like I told Pile 1, don't block your blessing, Pile 2. I can see why all of y'all are in droughts. Like, it's like you don't, like, self-sabotage. Like, you don't really want to end the drought. So, like, because Page of Pentacles is like a process, right? It's like making your way in. It's like having a plan. It's taking action. It's certain action. It's not a rushed thing. It's talking to somebody. It's interacting with somebody directly. But in reverse, it's like holding off and avoiding doing that, and just kind of allowing this energy, this 10 of Wands, to build up. And I do see it causing you some stress, right? Like it's gonna be like, oh my God, like I feel like Pile 2, at the point in which you kind of get near the end of your drought, you're going to be like, why is this person hot and cold? Or the person's going to be like, why are you hot and cold? Like it could be both. And it's like blocking your blessing. Okay? Even though like you're kind of like making eye contact from across the room, watching each other on social media, depending on your situation, it's going to be different for all of you, but just all of that without actually engaging one another initially. And Yeah. So let's see. And I did see the Virgin card. So some of you may genuinely be inexperienced, not necessarily virgins. You may be a virgin. There is nothing wrong with that. You may be inexperienced. There's nothing wrong with that. So you may be intimidated by the idea of the way that you're attracted to this person and how to engage them sexually, like how to take them sexually, knowing that that's something that's going to come up, right? So let me get this deck. Yeah, time heals all wounds. Trust, synchronicities, healing, divine timing. So some of you do have trauma surrounding sex and sexuality, and that's okay. Work through your own pace. You know, if you need to take your time, take your time. If you need to distance yourself, distance yourself. There's some information coming out, because this was already at the bottom, the T card, gossip, eavesdropping, storytelling, or maybe one of you are tell stories, right? Spill tea, storytelling, with that Six of Cups, right? It's like a show. Like somebody may have a podcast, somebody may be a writer, a blogger, post on YouTube, anything like that. One of you may do that, okay? But there may be some trauma surrounding relationships or sex that need to be worked out. But again, if you're trying to see how to end your sexual drought, don't block your blessing, because yeah, time does heal all wounds. But I do see that I want to, you know, it's feeling like it's the divine timing when you two cross paths in the near future, and it'll be time to address all of that. And you don't want to miss out on an opportunity, right? Because it looks like you're going to miss out on an opportunity if you don't, one or both of you, whoever doesn't do the thing, right? I'm laughing because, like, I don't know, it feels like a tug of war right now with this pile between you and that person, right? But you have balance, care, respect, reciprocate, grounded, worth. You are my world. So it's exactly what I've been saying. And right when I pulled this card up, it was 22:11 on the time clock. Balance. You two are going to balance each other. The person that you're going to end your sexual drought with, the person that you're going to be fixated on at that point in time. And it is showing me exactly that, a mirroring. And with that blindfolded on the surrendering, it's making me feel like a lack of visibility. Like you can't quite see what's going on with them. They can't quite see what's going on with you. Like you're not sure what the other's intentions are. Yeah, okay. And at the bottom, you've got communication, news, offers. And the fact that we had T, it's like maybe that's a push for somebody, like for you to make your move with this person when you see them, or it's a push for, I say push, it's either a push for you to make the move or a message for you that the person's gonna make the move. I don't know, it depends on the situation, because these are general messages, and again, it will be different for all of you. So let me get the last card from this deck, and then I will take the bottom. I just saw performer, so somebody definitely has like a show of some sort. Okay, and the card we got is unique, misunderstood, unknown, mystery, intriguing. So that's what it is. You two are kind of doing the tug of war kind of game. You're not sure where you stand with one another at the point in which the drought. So somebody's going to have to do the thing so that the drought can end, right? You've got forest, abundance, hidden wealth, transformation, growth. Let me see if I can see how we're ending this drought. The thing about messages of this nature are, if no one does anything, then we can't force the end of the drought, right? So like I'm trying to see where it ends. And it's kind of hidden from me in that forest card. Like it's kind of up in the air. It could end anyway, because basically someone has to apply effort for that to happen. That's why we got all these messages about communication and everything. But I'm telling you, when you end this drought, how you'll end this drought, because I guess it's different depending on if you reach out, if they reach out, if you pursue, they pursue. There's various ways it could go down, right? The good news is that the person on your mind, I don't know what's going on with my throat right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, the good news is that we're looking at how you're going to end your sexual drought, and right now we're getting leading up to it, and we do see that how it's going to go is going to be very passionate. It's going to like you two are going to be wrapped up in one another with that entangled, really looking to please each other balance with that you are my world. Like it's going to be slow, it's going to be passionate, with time heals all wounds, right? Making love, like it's going to, like you two are going to be very open, and like you're going to learn things from one another the first time you have sex. I say first because this is new energy. This isn't feeling like old energy, unless this is an ex that you two are not dealing with one another for whatever reason, and you're treating it like it's like a no contact separation kind of thing, right? So yeah, but I'm just seeing really, really passionate sex with this person. I just can't see how. Like I'm seeing the leading up of, all of the teasing, the mind games and flirting, not really talking to each other, but throwing hints kind of energy, and then boom, passionate sex. I don't know what happens between there because I don't know who talks to who or how. I can't see that. And just now I split the deck, and I think this was the bottom. I don't know if I actually began to shuffle because I was wrapped up in the energy of the reading. But we talked about that balance, but look what's here when I split it, right? A new romantic cycle begins. So it's going to happen with this person, right? New moon and Libra energy mirroring that you are my world card. But so it's going to happen. It's going to be passionate. It's going to be all of the things that I just described it as. But the jump from leading up to the transition is not there. And again, it's because somebody's going to have to make the move, and we're going to, it just depends on who or how. Okay, so let me get from this one card from here to close it out. There we go. So I did a reading. And it was psychic gifts, I think. And these cards came out in that reading. I don't know if they came out for the same pile, but I remember because it wasn't that long ago I did it. So I have full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. So with the Queen of Pentacles in that earth energy, one or both of you may have Virgo placements, but you are good enough. So that is confirmation for you that you are good enough for this person. If there's some confidence issues as it relates to you and this person, pile two. But at the bottom, you have the energy is gaining momentum. So you are good enough. The energy is gaining momentum. This is a sign for you to build up the courage to engage with this person, or it's letting you know that when this person engages you, that it's okay for you to step into it. Okay, like I said, I know that's contrasting energy, but this is the general reading, and some of you, it depends on the circumstances. You can kind of get a feel for which, if it's going to be you to reach out or if it's going to be them to reach out, based on your circumstances. Let me see if I can find more. Okay, so so I know we say we don't do gender here, but we're going to do the energies of the masculine, feminine, because we have this Queen of Pentacles here, leading from the Six of Cups into that Page of Pentacles reverse. I'm feeling like the more feminine presenting individual in the connection is not going to be the one to reach out. Just because of the tarot. My tarot says that it's not going to be the feminine presenting person. I have a love-based deck. Let me confirm. But that's what I'm getting. Because I don't want this to be difficult for y'all. So let me see what else you can tell me about how Pile 2 is going to end their sexual drought. Don't tell Pile 1. I didn't get this deck from them. Ooh, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay? At the bottom, Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support for others. So honestly, y'all, if you have friends that you confide in about such and such, and like whoever that is you're watching and who's watching you, like ask them for advice, like talk to them, like especially if you have friends that are less introverted as you seem, like if they go outside and they date around and they're in relationships, like that's what friendships are for. Like you can I'm hearing the song That's What Friends Are For. It's hilarious because like I'm like it's a mess, but yeah, like talk to your friends, get advice from your friends, the people that you trust, like not the randoms. Like don't tell the random people you just talk to in passing your business, but like your legitimate friends, ask them for advice. But I do see, I mean, with the energy is gaining momentum, and very soon, like your pile is hot. Like your next like the end of your sexual drought is ending very quickly, like faster than pile ones. It's faster than I expected. Okay, so hopefully this resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, pile 3. If you selected this Aries card, then this is your reading. It says independence, bravery, and passion. So when you go to end your sexual drought, you're going to just be over it. It's going to be, I'm ready, let's go, boom. And like, honestly, that makes sense. Like sometimes it's like that. Like if you've been in a drought, especially if it wasn't one you consciously placed yourself into, you're gonna be like, you know what, it is what it is, let's go. And yeah, I mean, you may have been attracted to this card if you have Aries placements or if you have an Aries in mind. Like there's various reasons why you could have selected this card. So I'm gonna just hop right into it. We've been looking at how you'll end the sexual drought. We've been trying to see what the leading up to that is and how it's gonna go. So let me just slide this over here for reference, and I'm just hopping right into the sexual oracle decks. Then I have a tarot deck and I have a couple of oracle decks to clarify these messages. So let's see pile 3, how you'll end your sexual drought. Okay, pile 3. Flipping over is number 16, physical attraction. So this may be a casual thing. I'm not gonna lie. So far, some of you, maybe a good bit of you, this is gonna be a casual thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. At the bottom, you have the lady who waits. I'm gonna keep pulling because I want 3 of these in the bottom. But I mean, with Aries, I'm telling you, it's like, let me just go. You know, like I want to end the sexual drought. It doesn't have to be this huge love affair. I just, you know, I just want to get laid. Sometimes it's like that. And that's what I feel like is kind of an energy for you, pile 3. So let me keep pulling cards to see. But anyway, while I'm pulling that 16 physical attract, this is gonna be somebody, like when you end it, it's gonna be somebody that you're super sexually attracted to. Like they're gonna be exactly what you want to have sex with. Like in your mind, like physically, they're gonna be like your dream person to have sex with. So go ahead, pile 3, okay? Let me see if I can get something else. Oh yeah, a beautiful face. Y'all, like this person is gonna be like so fine. This person's gonna be like, for pile 3, like for you, like I'm telling you, like this person, like you're gonna be like, oh my God, this person is so attractive. Like, how do I get to have sex with somebody like this? Not that you're not equally as attractive, it's just that's the energy. And look at that. You got standing alone in reverse. Like, listen, when you end this drought, it's because you said so. Aries energy. You said so. Like, you're not playing the games. You're not really trying to be alone anymore. Like, you're over it. Like, you're not really trying to masturbate. Like, it's over with. Like, you want this person. This is what you're looking for. And honestly, it may not even be a specific person, which may be a lie because I'm holding the bottom of the deck. but it just seems like the prerequisite for you is somebody that you're physically attracted to, somebody with a beautiful face, like someone that looks good. But then we have at the bottom, jealousy and possessiveness. So it's like making sure that there's going to be a person that you're very physically attracted to that looks good, that may be a bit of a hot commodity. Like this person may be really attractive to a lot of other people, and you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like that at all. And I'm also seeing that for like some of you, this is your energy. Others of you, this is their energy. You may have wanted to pick multiple piles. This person may be really jealous and possessive, right? They may not really like how, you know, other people also find you attractive and such. So that's something. Let me pull from the Sex Answers Oracle to see more. But I'm telling you, like this person, like you're just gonna stare at them sometimes and be like, wow. Because like just getting those two cards, I mean, that's like a sexual deck. It's about love and whatnot. And the fact that we got two cards that talk about like physical features very specifically is interesting. And I'm also seeing that when you in your drought, like some of you, this may be a person that's not used to being alone, right? Like you're alone and used to being alone, but this person may not be used to being alone. So that may be part of that jealousy and possessiveness too. They may be a bit of a clinger if, you know, you're the person, like one of you, like I'm seeing that contrast for some of you as couples, as this person, one of you is used to being alone and the other may not be, or that's the perception. Like you may perceive this person because of how attractive they are. Like this is a person that you're going to be like, there's no way they're single. There's no way they've been single. And it's going to make you really jealous. And you may actually like, and again, this could be you or their reaction to you as well. But I'm reading it as you, like you may actually get like a bit offended. Like you may think that they're lying when they say, like, if they say, oh, I've been single too. You be like, no, that's not true, right? Someone that's really attractive. Yeah, that's interesting that that's the first message that came out. It's this card. That's why. Too self-conscious. That's why. So this is a person... because you picked Aries, I want to say, and I'm not gonna lie, this I feel like you both are really attractive to one another. Okay, there's two sides of you. Again, this is the energies and piles usually mirror, right? Opposites usually attract to the same piles because of the general themes, and you may be on one side of a energy and they may be on the other. So some of you picked Aries because you're hoping for that spark. You're hoping you're going to attract someone with that Aries energy, that go-getter, dominating energy, because you're a little more timid, right? You're a little more self-conscious. You're a little more reserved. You're attractive, but especially as it relates to pursuing someone attractive or having someone this attractive pursue you, it scares you. Others of you picked Aries because that's you, right? You are Aries energy, whether you have Aries placements or not. You're a go-getter. You're like, you know, you're super attractive. You know it. And the person that you're going to break the sexual drought with is going to be very intimidated by how sure you are, how confident you are, how beautiful you are and confident, right? And I say beautiful because that's the card. It's not gender specific, just really, really attractive. And they're going to be a little self-conscious. So again, whether you're the self-conscious one or the person's the self-conscious one, or you're mirroring each other and you're both self-conscious, that's the energy of this energy of leading up to ending your sexual drought. Right now at the bottom you have going to make you mine. Oh, right away a card is slipping out. Let me take you. So I'm going to take that card. Really possessive energy, right? Jealousy and possessiveness. Let me take you. And right away, take the initiative. That's funny. This, you know, like Lots of kisses, oral kind of energy coming through as it relates to sex. Some submissive energy here. At the bottom, we've got ready for booty call. So I did mention some of you it is a casual thing. Others of you it just references that your drought is going to end at night, in the midnight hour, right? That's all that means for some of you. But yeah, like I said, if it's casual, it is what it is. Even though there's some jealousy and possessiveness there underlying, those of you where it's not casual, it's just being intimidated by someone, by being with someone that attractive. Because I do feel like some of you, this person is super attractive. Others of you, you're really attractive. But there's a large portion of you where you're both equally as a like physically attractive, because I do believe that I believe that beauty is like subjective to everybody's, like what everybody likes. So I don't believe that there's not one person that's selected as pile that's not attractive at all. I don't believe that, especially since you got the hot cards, right? Like you're beautiful even if you're too self-conscious about it. But like even in you being attractive, whether you're self-conscious, whether you're confident, something about being around and engaging somebody as attractive as this person is gonna freak you out, even if you are that confident type to some degree, because it's just something about, there's no reason for this deck. Like it's a tiny deck. There's only like 20 something cards in that deck. And like, I think those are the only 2 cards that talk about physical features in it. So, and you got them. So, especially with 2 self-conscious following. So, definitely don't overthink and just enjoy the thing that is this really attractive person you're going to be having sex with. Just don't overthink it, because again, just like it, okay, you're attracted to them. Think about the fact that this person is attracted to you, so you must be as attractive as them anyway. I'm trying to talk you up, pile 3, because I feel like some of you need it. Like don't miss this opportunity to end this drought, because I feel like all of you are clicking this reading because you want to see how you're going to end this drought. Don't miss this chance, okay? Let me see. Take the initiative. That may be a message for you. It may be asking, like the pile feels like it's asking you, pile 3, to kind of take the initiative on this person with that Aries, and like it says directly, take the initiative. So like don't be self-conscious to the point where you miss out, okay? And I also feel like I did spill some tea with the first set of cards, that physical attraction leading into a beautiful face and standing alone in reverse. Like, don't overthink the situation, pile 3. Like, don't get so jealous of must be the truth, imaginary circumstances. There's 3 cards that landed, so I'm going to take them in the bottom. But before I grab them, because they all hit the floor, don't get so wrapped up in, like, your self-consciousness and like, being worried about how attractive this person is and intimidated to the point where you don't make a move, because you, pile 3, are definitely being called to act. Would take the initiative, okay? Because that's a direct message. And then you pick the Aries card, which talks about that. Now, some of you, again, you want that person, that's what you want, but I'm seeing that a lot of you, most of you in this pile, are being called to act. And don't be intimidated by the fact that this person looks like they have all of these options, right? With standing alone in reverse, because I just feel like these 2 cards leading into standing alone reverse, it's a confusion of people may mistake this person for being in a relationship. Like, this person's too attractive to not be to be available, which this person has similar energy to you. That's why you're attracted to one another. So let me see what these cards are. Okay. Lots of mouth action, right? We've got dirty talk. Okay. And then somebody has a really nice backside. Oh, definitely has a really nice backside, because we got seduction, which emphasizes that asset as well, pun intended. And then we've got loving touch. So it's giving flirtation. It's a lot of flirtatious energy here. I'm hearing like phone sex, maybe a little FaceTime. Again, if this is an online connection, you know, a little flirtation via those messages or whatnot, long lasting. So again, a long, slow affair. I'm seeing, I love this. So you're going to be caught off guard if you're the one that is not as likely to take the lead when it comes to sex, because I feel like the person that you're going to end your sexual drought with may kind of freeze up a little bit. Like they're going to be really intimidated by you in a way that you don't expect. And then like you're going to have to kind of take that initiative once you realize that they're too self-conscious to kind of make that move. So whatever setting you two are going to be in where the drought ends, you're going to realize very quickly that like, even though this person is the physical attraction card, they had the beautiful face, they probably talked all kinds of talk, you know, away from you. But then when it came down to it, like they were a bit soft, right? Like they were talking like they were ready for the booty call. And then like, once they got there, you have standing alone kind of in reverse. It's like not knowing what to do. Okay. And then you're like, well, you're here now. So that's funny. So yeah, so let me pull from the tarot to see what's going on. But I mean, it is giving passionate. None of you, I feel like there was one pile that kind of had like a little freaky undertone, but most of you are having like romantic sex, which makes sense because people that are wanting to see how you're going to end the sexual drought, it is a little romantic, it is passionate. Even those of you that are doing it casually, right? I mean, if you have these droughts and you're having sex casually, it's because, you know, even though it's casual, you still want it to be good. You still want it to be passionate. You don't want it to just be another body for no reason, right? So let's see what the tarot has to say about ending your sexual drought. Give me some circumstances here. Pile 3. 9 of Pentacles. It's a very interesting energy coming through. Somebody's going to be really feeling themselves. So we've got one that's self-conscious and one that's feeling really good. Okay, we've got the Chariot. That is Cancer energy. Yeah, this is somebody's really confident. That's that Aries energy coming through. Like I said, it could be you, could be them. Could be you, could be them. But I'm feeling like one's taking the lead, one's taking the initiative and feeling really confident and is looking really good. Let me pull. For whatever reason, I feel like the 9 of Pentacles is telling me that somebody got really lonely. And then, or like somebody got lonely after like doing something good, right? Because the 9 of Pentacles is like being self-sufficient. It's being really accomplished on an individual level. So somebody's like having a victory, a personal victory, doing really good for themselves, but also lonely. So they're like, let me take a trip to go see, I guess you, if it's this person, like, let me go take this trip to see Pile 3, or you taking this trip to go see them. Not that it has to even be a long distance trip, because the Chariot is just like a car ride for me, right? It's not, you know, and it is ruled by Cancer, right? Which rules the 4th house of the home. Yeah. And then we got the other card. This is crazy because you're going to laugh when I put these cards down. So you've got all my major arcana after that 9 of Pentacles. So Chariot, which is Cancer, 4th house energy of the home. We've got Temperance, right, which is Sagittarius energy of traveling, right? It's expansion. It's ruled by Jupiter. It is, the card itself is like alchemy and moderation and such. But it's like this sequence feels like a rewarding yourself after a job well done. Okay, because at the bottom we've got the Aries card himself, the Emperor. Not gender specific, but Aries does in fact rule this Emperor card. So this person may be an Aries. You may be an Aries. They may be both, but I'm telling you, this is a strong, dominant Aries energy coming through. Okay, it is what you would consider the traditionally divine masculine energy. But yeah, it's definitely like a dominant, let me go get my person energy. After feeling really good financially, successfully, whatever this Nine of Pentacles success, stability, victory is, moving into that Chariot energy of going visit someone at their home, that Temperance, which is expanding on a connection, expanding on a perspective. It is long distance travel. So even though I said the Chariot feels like a short travel, some of you, because that Sagittarius energy stepped in, it could be like a flight away, could be. Okay, so let me pull from this other oracle deck, and we talked about it in the other piles that as I cleanse the deck thoroughly, I also shuffle them thoroughly before using them for each pile. At the bottom was Rags to Riches, which really is feeling like it's coinciding with that Nine of Pentacles. Okay, what's going on? So, commitment. So maybe that's what this Nine of Pentacles is. It's like somebody feeling stable and secure enough to like offer a commitment, be with commitment. At the bottom, we've got age, maturity, clever, charming, experience. That is Silver Fox. That is, you know, an older person, which the Emperor could be. Doesn't mean that this person is older. Just means that this person has reached a certain level of maturity, probably leading to that Nine of Pentacles, right? Prior to you ending your sexual drought. So trophy, wife, proud, accomplishment, status. So this is showing me, pile 3, that while there was a select group of you that were acting all casual, I don't really believe that this is a casual pile. This is lockdown. This is actually the most, even though there was some energy in the other 2 piles, when it comes down to relationship and ending your sexual drought straight up in a relationship, it feels like when you end your sexual drought, you'll be in a relationship, pile 3. You know, with commitment, show you off, like this is giving like you're together with this person, especially since at the bottom you have tradition, family, values, ceremony, generational beliefs, groups. And I want one more card, so I'm not going to take it, but I mean, it's giving married. Not saying you will be, but you know, the symbolism shows that it's, you know, like a very serious situation. You're no longer single with standing alone, right? Standing alone in reverse is no longer single for you, okay? And look at how good it's gonna be. Attractive, feisty, on a roll, temperature, climate, the base. Like that's some hot sauce. That's how passionate it's gonna be with this person. That's how passionate the connection is gonna be with this person, okay? Goodness. And you two are moving quickly. Pregnancy, new projects, children, new love, new projects. Not saying that you're going to have kids super quickly, but just watch that, because the fact that we're ending a sexual drought, you know, maybe some of you are already in a committed connection. You're in a drought. I think somebody had made that old community. So some of you may, somebody mentioned in the comments that she had just had a baby. So maybe she picked this pile. Some of you picked this pile after having a child, and you and your spouse are going to be able to spice things up after having that baby, which is good, right? And maybe that's what that attraction is that newfound attraction for your spouse after becoming parents together, right? Long-lasting commitment, right? Really, that build up, right? Those games, the booty call. So that they come through. The Emperor could be like a spouse as well. So I can see you stepping in if that's your energy, if you've had a child. But some of you, you're going to be in a committed connection soon if you're single. And, you know, watch it, because you may you know, be doing or do to the point where you conceive fairly early in the relationship, okay? So just be mindful of that. Not saying it's gonna happen, just saying it's a possibility, okay? So let's see. I'm trying to pull from the Moonology deck, and then we will wrap this up, okay? Yeah, definitely going to be in a relationship soon. If you're not, don't let pride get in your way. So I've been telling every pile, like, don't block your blessings, okay? Do not block your blessings. You have at the bottom, don't let your past hold you back. Yes, so you must be like, you know, don't do that to yourself, right? South Node, don't let your past hold you back. It's a full moon in Leo. Because I have these two cards together, some of you may have a South Node in Leo. That's a very specific message for some of you, okay? Because, yeah, but don't let your past hold you back. Don't let pride get in your way. Yeah. Let me see. I pulled for the other. No, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Just take that advice, pile 3. Do not block your own blessing, okay? So it's okay to pursue the thing. Like I said, if you don't want to conceive fairly early, then make sure you're doing what you need to do, because that hot sauce, I mean, it's very hot, it's very passionate. And you're going to be doing it a lot once you start, okay? Once the drought ends, it's going to pour, okay? So that is all I have for you today, pile 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.